Vater unser, der du bist im Himmel, geheiligt werde dein Name. Dein Reich komme, dein Wille geschehe, wie in Himmel, so auf in Erden. These German words are the first few lines of the Lord's Prayer. Peace Lutheran Church began as a gathering of German Lutheran immigrants who arrived in this area in the 1860s. These people came from central Germany seeking freedom from war, a better economy, and the ability to worship freely. The Minnesota Lutheran Synod, now known as the Wisconsin Evangelical Synod, called young Pastor Brown from Germany to be an itinerant preacher and pastor of Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Acoma Township in McLeod County, Minnesota. He was an energetic missionary, helping start not only Peace Lutheran, but also Zion Lutheran in Lynn Township, southeast of Hutchinson, and St. Paul's Lutheran in Ellsworth Township, north of Bell Lake. He also helped to start a church in Biskie, Cedar Mills, and Litchfield. Peace was only a small group of people worshiping in homes. Remember, there were no cars. He had to do this by horse and most likely a buggy, or a sled in the winter. Note that Hutchinson was organized as a town in 1858. In 1891, Pastor Brown encouraged the group in Hutchinson to organize themselves. By September 20th, 1891, Frieden's Peace Lutheran Church was organized. Within 3 days, the members bought property at Franklin Street and 4th Avenue for their first church building. By 1896, more property was bought in order to have a parsonage next to the church. Education was always important to Lutherans. A Christian day school was also started to educate the youth of the congregation. In those days, the pastor was also the school teacher. The theme of our 125th anniversary is Built on the Rock. This is the title of our theme hymn as well. The theme and hymn direct our thoughts and attention to the Word of God, which has been, is, and always must be the only source of truth and teaching for this congregation. So as we celebrate our anniversary, we must also celebrate that the Word of God continues to be our only source of truth and teaching. Pastor Brown retired in 1892. His successor, Reverend Frederick Kaler, was instrumental in helping establish Zion Lutheran Church in West Lynn. In 1898, Reverend Fritzke was installed as pastor. That same year, Peace also built a schoolhouse for $400. Later, a Sunday school was begun. It was highly effective in reaching the unchurched. The Sunday school appealed to the English-speaking community. A couple good questions to ask are, why this place? Why these people? And why this time? There may be a clue for us found in Acts chapter 17, reading from verse 26. St. Paul is preaching and telling the Athenians on Mars Hill that God placed all mankind where they are for his purpose, so that some would be saved. God's purpose is always for saving people from their sins. We are part of that purpose.